Hey guys, welcome back to 5th grade math. Thanks for coming for an extra day of videos because really you guys did not want me to pack all these things into one video. I promise you. Okay, so here we go. Make sure you are on page 35. Yes, it says 36 up here because I'm getting you ready for your homework on page 36 and your homework on page 38 for Friday. So I'm not gonna ask you to come back tomorrow as well, so don't you worry, okay? Look at page 35. We're talking about measures of weight. So let's practice a few things. Let's practice some conversions. Here we go. Some of the conversions that we need to remember from the last couple of units. 1 mile equals how many yards, Danielito? 1,760, woo. 1 mile equals how many feet, Dueno? 5,280, cool. 1 meter equals how many centimeters, Andres? 100, good, because centi means 100. That's gonna help us say when we see centigrams as well, okay? 1 yard equals how many inches, Abiel? 36. 1 foot equals how many inches, Sapir? 12. And 1 yard equals how many feet, Emiliana? 3. Okay, we are not done. Let's do our time. We're actually gonna do a few time things today as well. In our review page on page 38. 1 minute equals how many seconds, Ethan? 60, good. 1 year equals how many days, Frankie? 365, that's an easy one, Frankie, so I'm gonna give you this one too. 1 year equals how many months? 12, that's an easy one, Frankie. Here's another one. 1 year equals how many weeks? 52, cool. 1 hour equals how many minutes, Mario? 60. 1 week equals how many days, Oscar? 7, that's too easy, Oscar, so here's another one. 1 day equals how many hours, Oscar? 24. And 1 leap year equals how many days, Safir? 366. Ooh, okay, now here's the ones I didn't have the other day, but here they are, so let's see if you remember them. Emiliana, 1 decade equals how many years? 10, deca. We hear diez, we hear deca, decagram, decaliter, etc., etc., decameter. Deca always means 10, 10 years. Okay, 1 score equals how many years? Ethan? 20. That's a crazy one, right? We don't use that a lot, but you hear it sometimes. 1 century equals how many years, Abiel? 100. Cool. And 1 millennium equals how many years? Danielito? 1,000. Excellent job. Okay, we're almost to our lesson today, but I got a few more conversions to remember. Dun, 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 dun. 1 tablespoon equals how many teaspoons? 3, excellent. 1 pint equals how many cups, everyone? 2, cool. 1 quart equals how many pints, everyone? 2, excellent. 1 gallon equals how many quarts? Don't say 2. Everyone? 4, very cool. And 1 cup equals how many fluid ounces? We're gonna give this one over to Emiliana. 8, excellent job. Okay. Now we're on the ones we're going to talk about today. Don't look at your book yet. You don't want to see the answers. Let's see if you remember these without looking at your book. How many pounds are in a ton, Dueno? Do you remember? In a ton. A ton is huge. We got to think of an elephant. We got to think of something big for a ton. How many pounds? 2,000. Cool. How many grams are in a kilogram? Kilo, I'm gonna pick on Mario. 1,000, very cool. How many ounces are in a pound? Safir, do you remember? Dun, 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 16. And how many pounds? Here's a fun one. Who am I gonna give this one over to? Oscar. Do you remember how many pounds are in a metric ton? It's different than a ton. It's a little bit bigger. 2,200, okay? Craziness, I know. 2,200. Let's talk about what all of that means. Here we go. Go over to your yellow box in your page 35. Look what it says. We're talking about measures of weight. Well, first of all, what is weight? Well, when we talk about measures of time, we're talking about years and days and weeks. And when we talk about measures of length, we're talking about feet and yards and inches and meters, etc. When we're talking about drinking things, we're talking about liters and cups and pints. But weight is how much you pesa, right? Okay, how many pounds you are, or how many pounds something is. Is it heavy or is it light? That's your measures of weight, okay? So this is number one. Weight is the measure of how heavy something is. Number two says the basic metric unit of weight is the gram. On Earth, mass and weight are the same. So you're going to hear the words like this is 2 grams, this is 1,000 grams, etc., etc. So your metric unit for weight is grams. So even though we hear pounds a lot of time, that's not your metric, that's your English. Okay, look at number 3. 1 gram is a super small unit. 1 paper clip weighs about 1 gram. I'm going to show you one right now. Let me get it out. This right here, dun 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 dun, is a gram. Is that a lot? That'd be a no. This is not a lot, okay? Anytime you hear the word gram, it is like super, 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 super tiny, okay? So think about it though. What if you hear the word kilogram? Now usually kilo means something big, right? Because kilo means how many? 1,000. But if you say kilogram, you're talking about 1,000 of what? 1,000 of these. Is that going to weigh a lot? No. Look at number 4. 1 kilogram is approximately 2 1/5 pounds, or 2 pounds, 3 ounces. Look, I told you guys before, if you pick up a small telefono, a small phone, that's about 1 pound. If you pick up a little bit of a bigger phone, that's about 2 pounds, okay? So depending on what kind of phone you have in your hand, you could either be holding 1 pound or 1 kilogram, because one of them is just 1 pound, the other one is about 2 pounds, okay? So they're very, very close to each other. So when you think of a kilometer, yeah, it's a long way, okay? If you think of kiloliter, that's 1,000 liters, that's like 300 of the 3-liter Coca-Colas and more. That's a lot. But if you're talking about a kilogram, you're talking about a phone. That's it. It's not that big, okay? Number 5, 1 metric ton is approximately 2,200 pounds. So remember that. A metric ton is 2,200 pounds. A ton is what? 2,000 pounds. So it is a different unit, okay? So when we see meter, liter, gram, which we're going to see on our homework today, meter measures what, you guys? Length. Liter measures what? Like a drink, something in a cup, something that is volume, okay? And then a gram measures what? How much something weighs. Is it heavy or is it light or whatever, 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 okay? So let's look at the little box inside the box. How many ounces are in a pound? 16, we already talked about that, okay? So if you're holding a small phone, you have how many ounces inside that small phone? 16. How many pounds are in a ton? 2,000. Okay, but Danielito, how many pounds are in a metric ton? Danielito? 2,200, very good. Okay, now look at your metric measures of mass. Everyone put your finger on that. Metric measures of mass. We have here first our decigram. Deci means what, Andres? 10 or 1/10, right? Okay, so 1 gram equals how many decigrams? 10 decigrams in a gram. Good, okay. Centi means what, Bueno? 1/100. So how many centigrams are in a gram, Abiel? 100. Milligram means what, Mario? 1/1000. So how many milligrams are in a gram? Oscar? 1,000. Excellent job. What does deca mean? Safir? 10. So, what do we say? We say 1 decagram equals 10 grams because deca is bigger, okay? What about hecto? Let's see. Hecto means what? Emiliana? 100. So, there's how many grams in a hectogram? 100. And Ethan, this one's for you, man. Kilogram. How many grams are in a kilogram? 1,000. Very good. And Frankie, question for you. Is a kilogram heavy or not heavy? Not heavy. Very, very good. It's just the size of your phone. Okay? So let's look at some of the things on page 35 before we do the homework.